everyone. So last time we started topic which is how do metals and non-metals react. This topic is all about formation of ionic compounds. That means when metals and non-metals they react with each other, we are getting ionic compounds. Now the other question which arises is that why metals or non-metals, why they are reacting with each other. That means what is the necessity for their chemical reactivity. That means they are showing chemical reactivity, so why it is necessary for them to undergo chemical reactions, you can say. So this is because metals and non-metals they want to attain stability, they want to get stability. Then how they will get stability? They will attain stability, or they will get stability by attaining octet. Now what is octet? So according to octet rule, it is said that, or this rule states that when the atom of the valence shell of the atom, when it is having 8 electrons, then that condition is said to be that atom has attained octet. So in this condition of octet, metals and non-metals, that means elements, they will get stability. Now the exceptions are there, which is helium and hydrogen. For helium it is said to be doublet, and hydrogen also, if it is attaining or if it is getting stable, then also it is attaining doublet only, as they both, or these both atoms, they are having only one shell, and the capacity of first shell is to hold only 2 electrons. So these are the basic concepts which we have already discussed last year, that means when you were in 9th standard. So today we are going to understand the formation of ionic compound. That means we know that metals and non-metals, they will either lose or gain electron. Generally metals are the one losing the electron and non-metals are the one gaining the electron. So here we will see the transfer of electron from metals to non-metal, which lead to formation of ionic compound. Now the first and the most common and simple example for ionic compound is that of NaCl. So NaCl is the first example I am taking. This is given in your book also. Now it is given here that first of all sodium atom. So the configuration, electronic configuration is 281. So 281. Now from here, from this electronic configuration, we can say that this sodium atom, it is not stable because it is not having 8 electrons in its valence shell, it is having 1 electron, and that is why sodium atom, it will lose electron, it will give one of its electron and it will get one positive charge, and that is how you can say that sodium ion, which is cation, it is formed, and its now electronic configuration is 2 and 8. So here you can see that the valence shell is having 8 electrons only, and this electron here which is given, it shows that sodium atom has lost one electron, and because of that sodium ion has formed. Now the next element which is given is chlorine. So for chlorine you can see that its chlorine atom, its electronic configuration is 287. Again you can see that here chlorine atom, it has not attained octet. That means it need one more electron, and that is why we are just showing it like this by putting this plus sign, as it is gaining electron, and after gaining electron definitely it will acquire one minus charge, one negative charge, and its electronic configuration will also become 288. So these are the first step. That means where we are just showing that how formation of sodium ion and chloride ion is taking place. Now the next, which is the most important step when you have to show the formation of ionic compound, is the transfer of electron from metal to non-metal. Then what are the things which you have to keep in mind? What are the things which you have to remember when you have to show this transfer of electron? So the first thing is that you have to write the symbol, and you only have to show their valence electron. Now let us see this, how to do this. So for that I am writing sodium. So sodium metal symbol is Na, you know it is having, here we are taking atom only, we are not going to take this. We will be showing how the formation of their cation and ion is taking place again here. But first of all we have to take the symbol of the sodium atom and we have to show valence electron. It is having only one valence electron. So valence electron of sodium I am showing with the help of a dot, and then what happens, plus chlorine. So this is chlorine atom. Now chlorine atom is having 7 valence electron. As you can see, this is the valence electron of sodium, this is the valence electron of chlorine. So 7 valence electron and the valence electron of chlorine, I am representing it with the help of cross. So this is the 7 electrons, 7 valence electrons. Now what sodium will do to attain octet? It will give its electron to chlorine. So in this way, both sodium and chlorine, they will attain octet, they will get stable. Then when this thing will happen, then definitely after losing one electron, sodium will acquire one positive charge. And now I'm not showing any valence electron. It is because one valence electron it was having, it has transferred. So here there is, that means here we won't show any electron for sodium. And for chlorine, now chlorine it was already having 7. So 7 valence electrons it was already having, which are of its own, and this one electron which it has gained from sodium, this I am again representing with the dot, because this dot is showing that this electron it has gained from sodium. And here after gaining one electron, chlorine atom it will change into chloride ion, and that is why you are showing -1 charge. Is it okay? So the thing which you have to remember here is that first of all you have to write the symbol of the elements here, sodium, chlorine, and then you only have to show their valence electron. In this case it is 1, in this case it is 7. The other thing which you have to remember is that you try to show with different symbol. That is why for sodium I chose dot, and for chlorine I chose cross. And after losing one electron, sodium will acquire 1 plus charge, and after gaining one electron, chlorine atom will acquire 1 minus charge. So this is very important. Here the students are making mistake, that here what they are doing, that most of the time as we have seen that students they are showing this positive sign, and also they used to show here dot. Why here will be dot? Here won't be any dot, because this dot, that means this valence electron sodium has already given that to chlorine atom. So here we will not show any valence electron, and that is why it has acquired positive charge. So it just this is the only two step. First step is this, second step is this. This is the only two steps which is representing the formation of NaCl, that you have to keep in mind. So you just try to practice it. Now it is clearly given in your book also, but if you are thinking just by looking at this whatever I am showing in the video, or just by looking at your book, you will be easily able to understand. This seems to be easy, this is actually easy, but for this also at least you have to practice twice or thrice. Then only you will understand what are the little details which you need to remember, so that you don't make any mistake. So this is the first ionic compound which we discussed today. Now the other one which we will be discussing is magnesium chloride. The concept will be same as that of the stability and octet rule, and again the transfer of electron will take place from metal to non-metal, and this is the reason that metals they are said to be electropositive in nature, whereas non-metals are said to be electronegative in nature, as you can also understand here. So this is for today. Thank you so much.